I'm going to talk to you about guided imagery today, and this is a really, really powerful tool that can really help relax us, make us feel safe, calm, and help us get to sleep, importantly. So it really is helpful, and it's something that I practice quite a lot when I'm feeling unsure or worried about something or anxious, or when I'm feeling really tired and I want to get to sleep quite quickly. It's a really good practice to do before bedtime. But before that works, to practice it proactively as much as possible to get something out there and ready to use when you are feeling stressed and worried. So what I want you to do is do it with me today. So I'm going to talk to you through how to use guided imagery. So I want you to sit quietly, really, really calmly, try and relax everything. Give your shoulders a bit of a shake, give your hands a bit of a shake, and try and loosen up and relax. Might give your head a couple of rolls. Roll your shoulders. Really try to release some of that tension and try and find a state of calm. So relaxing. Really start breathing in and out very, very slowly if you can. So perhaps if you want to, you can close your eyes at this time. Don't feel like you have to by all means, but if you close your eyes at this time and slowly start to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. So really try to reconnect with that breath. Really try and breathe deeply if you can, using your belly. Once you've kind of noticed your breath a bit more and breathed in and out a few times, I want you to just have a think about a real lovely memory, a time when you felt really, really calm and really, really safe. So for me, that was on a beach in Wales when I was on holiday. It must have been probably about 6 years ago now. And I remember it really, really vividly because it's one of my favourite memories. I felt very, very safe at that time. I felt calm, I felt relaxed. And what I remember was that all of my family were around me and I was really feeling in a happy place. So what I want you to do, once you've reconnected with a few breaths and feel calm and settled in your chair, or you're on your bed, or wherever you're listening to this video, to really try to imagine a time when you felt calm and relaxed. What does it feel like? What did it feel like in your body to feel that emotion? Did you feel very warm inside? Did you feel kind of loose in your muscles? Did you feel like you could breathe easily, perhaps? Really, really calm, really, really safe. What did it feel inside your body? What did it feel like? Did it feel like a warm glow? Did it feel nice? Then what I want you to do, once you've got that image in your brain, is talk to whoever's near you about what it feels like, and practice getting into the habit of taking yourself back to that place with using what we call a code word. So for me, that simply is Wales. And as soon as I say Wales to myself, I'm instantly taken back to that memory. It doesn't have to be a place that you've been to before. It can be an imagined place. So for my little girl, for example, she doesn't have a tree house, but she imagines that her safe space would be a tree house. So she imagines walking up the steps or walking up the ladder to a tree house in her garden and all the trees hanging over that tree house. What I want you to now do, like I've done with my little girl and talked her through it, is have a think about what sort of things can you see. So imagine yourself in that place now. Imagine yourself sat in that tree house or on a beach or in a forest or wherever it might be. Really, really think, what can you see whilst you're there? Can you see green, lush leaves? Can you see the sea splashing against the sand? Can you see animals, fields? What can you see? Really, really imagine it. Once you can imagine what it looks like to be there and imagine you are there, what can you hear? What can you listen to? Can you hear birds tweeting? Can you hear the sea splashing? Can you hear perhaps a road noise in the distance, perhaps? Then, once you've had a think about what you can hear and what you can see, try and take another couple of deep breaths. So breathe in with me. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. really have a little loosen up again, a little wriggle if you need to. And have a think now, when you were there in your memory, what your code word is to take you to that memory. So Wales is mine, yours might be forest, or it might be red house, it could be anything really. So we've had a look about what we can see, we've had a think about what we can hear. Was there anything that you could touch whilst you were there, or feel? So could you feel the sand in between your toes? Could you feel the wind in your hair? Could you feel the bark of a tree? Anything like that. Really, really try and imagine it. What does it feel like? Does it feel cold? Do you feel warm there? Where are you? Have a think about where you are and what it might feel like, and try and take yourself back to that memory if it is one, or imagine what it would feel like. So for example, if you go swimming, what does the water feel like against your skin? That sort of thing. Have a think now about what sort of smells, what really make that memory or image come alive for you. What can you smell? So can you smell the sea air? Can you smell fish and chips? Can you smell cake or ice cream or fresh linen? Anything like that, that where you are in your memory, really imagine what that smells like. And when you've done that, take another couple of breaths again with me. So in through our nose and out through our mouth for 3 seconds this time. And now the last thing I want you to have a think about is that, was there anything that you could taste at that time? Was it a memory that you remember eating something? And it might not be, and that's okay. But if it was, what were you eating? Were you licking an ice cream? Were you nibbling on a bit of pizza? Were you having a great big bite of chocolate cake? Anything like that that you can remember as part of your memory really makes that come alive. What it feels like, what you can taste whilst you're there, what you can smell, what you can hear, what you can see, and what you can feel. And I want you to practice that as often as you can, saying that code word to yourself. So for me, Wales, that instantly takes me back to that memory there, and I can reel off those things that we've talked about for each of those senses. When you're doing this practice, it's really important that you feel calm and safe when you're doing it. So get into a relaxed position like we have today, give your shoulders a bit of a wriggle, lie down, wriggle your toes, do some breathing exercises like we've just done, and really find that calm to practice that. Once you've practiced that as much as you can then use it at night time, perhaps to get you to sleep, or to practice getting you into a calmer space, or when you're feeling worried about something or anxious, or when you're feeling a bit stressed and upset or frustrated. It's a really good practice to use guided imagery. And another thing that we can do to really make this image come alive is draw a picture of it. So what does it look like, so that you can show your parents or show siblings or anybody in your life that you want to. So we'd love to hear from you. Get practicing guided imagery, and we'd love to see what those images are.